Democrats and CNN are now asking whether or not Trump is competent enough to be president. Well, I guess they've been asking that for a while, but now they're asking it again. Hey, everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. An article from CNN says Trump's behavior raises questions of competency. Now, CNN and others have been raising this since, I don't know, the election while covering Donald Trump the entire time. Now they wonder once again whether Donald Trump's competent enough to be president at a time when we're dealing with tax reform, maybe trying to get rid of Obamacare, and, oh yeah, the North Koreans firing missiles that could hit the United States. The story here from CNN, and this is from Stephen, it's an analysis piece here from Stephen Collinson of CNN. Donald Trump potentially has millions of lives in his hands as the threat of a devastating war with North Korea swiftly escalates. Yet the President of the United States raising new questions about his temperament, his judgment, and his understanding of the resonance of his global voice and the gravity of his role with the wild sequence of insults, inflammatory tweets, and bizarre comments. On Wednesday, Trump caused outrage and sparked fears of violent reprisals against Americans and U.S. interest overseas by retweeting graphic anti-Muslim videos by an extreme far-right British hate group. I don't know if they're a British hate group or not. I know they're a far-right British group called Britain First. The videos weren't necessarily anti-Muslim. They showed Muslims throwing a kid off a roof or a guy off a roof, beating them up, and doing some other things. Now, I don't know if all the videos have been verified or not, but it wasn't necessarily anti-Muslim. It was anti-Muslim extremist, if you will. Then the videos didn't say, hey, everybody go out there and hate on Muslims. But that's how the news media would have you think. Earlier in the week, according to this writer here on CNN, Trump used a racial slur in front of a Native American war hero. Really? He said Pocahontas. Since when is Pocahontas a racial slur? I guess if you're a liberal, you're a fan of Elizabeth Warren, it's a racial slur. But nobody's upset at Elizabeth Warren for faking the fact or making up the fact that she is a Native American. She's never proven that. She's never been able to prove it. She said that her mother or grandmother had high cheekbones, and that's why she's Native American. Seriously? All she has to do is take a DNA test, 23andme.com. There's one from Ancestry.com. I think they're like $100, and she could prove whether or not she's Native American, but she hasn't done that yet. But it's Trump who's wrong because he said the word Pocahontas. Give me a break. But okay, I'll keep reading here. He's attacked global press freedom, cozying up to autocrats in his recent Asian tour, and now there are reports that the president has revived the conspiracy theory about former President Barack Obama's birthplace, and suggesting that Access Hollywood video, which he was boasting about, grabbing women by the, well, he said that it had been doctored and that it wasn't real. I don't know about all of that. But it's what CNN is now adding up, and I'm sure other Democrats are adding all of this up to say that it's time to get rid of Trump, that he's not competent, and that he can't handle the office of the president. Let's not forget here, so far, people are ticked off at Trump tweets and retweets. They're mad that he attacked Elizabeth Warren, and really that's about it. Nothing bad has happened to the United States. Trump hasn't let anything bad happen to the U.S. The U.S. economy is booming right now. We have not had any massive terror attacks here in the United States. You've had some lone wolves, but you haven't had this massive terror attacks. So far, I would say Trump is actually doing a pretty good job. I don't agree with everything that he tweets, everything that he says, everything that he has done. But to act like he's an incompetent person and that we can't trust Trump to have millions of lives in his hands, come on, folks. Let's move beyond that a little bit. Trump hasn't nuked anybody. He's not going to nuke anybody right now. If you go back and listen to an interview that I had with Harry Kazianis today, I think just about everyone in the U.S. knows that when it comes to North Korea, the only thing the U.S. can do as of right now is contain North Korea and their nuclear ambitions. Trump being competent, of course he's competent. If he's not competent, what the hell does that say about Hillary Clinton? That she lost to an incompetent person? How could that be? She was one of the most accomplished people of all time, right, CNN? Come on, give me a break. This is CNN and others just jumping on the bandwagon of hating on Donald Trump after story after story after story of liberal heroes like Matt Lauer have taken a fall. They want to get the attention back on Trump, make people question Trump's competency. I don't think it's working. I see Trump's numbers only going up right now. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.